Welcome back, queens and kings. I'm so excited that you came back to my video. In this video, I want to share with you a tip for how to compete in beauty pageants for toddlers. Yes, this is the age group that's between 1 and around 4. All right, so you know how I like to do. Let's jump right in and let's get started. Now, I've judged a lot of beauty pageants. I've coached a lot of kids for beauty pageants. And one thing that I see almost time and time again is toddlers standing on stage like a deer in headlights. Yes, it's the cutest thing ever, okay? Judges, we love toddlers. And how can you really judge a toddler bad, okay? Let's just be real. However, there are always going to be some toddlers that are going to do a little bit more, and some toddlers that are going to do a little bit less, and some toddlers that may not do anything at all. So, what do we do when you have your toddler on stage and you're standing behind your toddler and you've rehearsed with your toddler over and over and over and over again? And then you get on stage at the pageant and your toddler gets up there and they're like a deer in headlights. Here's an example. Are you familiar with that, parents? Are you familiar with that, judges and coaches? I promise you, it's the cutest thing. And by no means am I making fun of our children. However, it is cute because, like I said, all kids, in my opinion, are cute. However, they're in a pageant, so we have to judge them, okay? That's what pageants, that comes along with pageants. You have to be judged, all right? So I want to share with you, parents, some tips, at least one tip. In this video, one tip. However, there'll be many more tips to come. I want you to prepare, right? Maybe 2 to 3 weeks in advance of the pageant. So I want you to come up with, I would say, between 1 and 3, depending on your child. You know your child best. Maybe it's 1 to 2 memory words, or up to a max of 3 memory words. What do I mean when I say memory word? Try to say that really fast. Memory word, memory word. What do I mean when I say that? I mean that you want to have something that you can say, right? You're standing behind your child on stage. You want to have something that you can say that will bring an aha moment to your child when you see them standing like a deer in headlights, okay? Or you see that they're doing everything that you rehearsed, everything that you asked them to do, you showed them to do, and then all of a sudden they stop and they freeze. What do? How do you get them back on track? You're going to use your memory word or memory words if there's more than one, okay? Here's an example. One memory word could be left. Very simple, one word, and all your child has to do is go to the left, okay? Just walk to the left, right? When they go to the left, parent, coach, whoever is on stage with them, you follow them. And then you also move to the left. You stand behind them and you give them another memory word if they don't know what to do when they get to the left, okay? The next memory word could be wiggle, right? You and your child come up with, what does wiggle mean for your child, all right? It could be a little shimmy. It could be a little dance, okay? Don't laugh at me because I don't know how to dance, okay? But, right, when you say that memory word, boom, your child knows what to do, okay? Us judges, when we're looking at your children, we don't know your memory words, okay? We don't know what you're saying to your child in their ear. But whatever you say, whatever that memory word is, you want to make sure that they do it, okay? Here's another example. Your memory word with your child could be ice cream. Now, I'm not saying that, or nor do I condone that we entice, right, our children with candy and goodies and all of those things to get them to do what we want them to do. I'm not condoning that at all. And I'm not knocking parents. If you do that, okay, that's on you, okay? I would just not recommend that. I would recommend memory words. But in this case, if you use the word ice cream, I'm not saying that you treat your child to ice cream if they do what you want them to do. What I'm saying is that maybe ice cream is their favorite dessert. So if you say ice cream as the memory words, right, then your child does something funny. Maybe they're doing scoops, mimicking scoops, like, right? Okay. Whatever the case may be. By the way, you can take that. And if they do that, I mean, I'm going to laugh. As a judge, I'm actually probably going to score them high because I think it's cute, right? However, you and your child come up with those memory words, all right? If it's jump, right, then your child should jump. If that's what you and your child practice and rehearse. If it's run, then your child should run. If it's dance, then your child should dance. Have some memory words in your back pocket, okay? This will allow your child to remember something, okay? Even if, like I said, even if it's just 1 to 2 words. Now your child is not standing there, right? And you're getting frustrated because we see it as judges. Parents are getting frustrated because they're telling their child stuff and their child is like just not following. They're just standing there still. 5 minutes have gone by, or however long you're on stage. The time has now passed and your child is still standing there. And we have to score something. Remember, this is a pageant, right? We do judge, okay? So we would rather judge your child doing something than to just watch your child look at us and just stare into outer space. Okay, so I hope this tip helped you, parents, coaches, and trainers, or whoever is going to be on stage with the children. Please practice some memory words, okay? I promise you it will help. Be consistent, okay? Come up with a few, be consistent, right? Get your child on board, okay? And it will help. They will grasp the concepts, all right? Now, if you have not liked this video, then what are you waiting for, queens and kings, okay? I'm gonna need you to like this video and subscribe, okay? Because I have a lot more tips that I want to bring to you. And if you're not subscribed, you're not going to get the notifications, right? You need to turn your notifications on so you can get the notifications. So that way, when I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. And I want you to share it. Yep. I want you to share this video with 7 people, okay? I know you know 7 people. You probably know more than 7 people that are putting their kids in pageants or that is a coach, right? And maybe this coach needs to know this little tip, okay? So share this with at least 7 people so we can enlarge our Unleash the Queen and King family. You know, that is my goal. My goal is to unleash queens and kings all over the world, okay? Invite them into our queendom and our kingdom, all right? And I want you to help do that, okay? So we can build a large family. No, it's not about just pageants, okay? If you go to the banner on my channel, it says more than a beauty pageant coach, okay? So I'm trying to enlarge the queendom and the kingdom family because I want to pull what is inside of you out of you, so you can become all that God has for you. All right. I know it's in there. I know it's in there. Okay. Until next time, I'm going to see you on the next video. Bye for now, queens and kings. And I want you to do the pageant wave as you leave. All right. The pageant wave. Move your hand like this. Look at the camera, look at your hand, and look at the camera. And by the way, if nobody has told you that they love you today, can I be the first? I love you, queens and kings. Yes, I really do. I love you with unconditional love. No rules, nothing attached. And you don't have to do anything. I love you. Come back again. Until next time, bye.